Hi, everybody, and welcome to IUP Football and Coach Curt Cignetti Show. Jack Benedict here as we talk about a 41-7 win over Mercyhurst last week. A tremendous game put on by the Crimson Hawks. And Coach, it started right from the beginning. The opening kickoff, and boy, you were off and running, forced a fumble, got the ball, and you were on your way.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It was a great start, and it started with the opening kickoff. And Andrew DeGaulle, one of our defensive backs, ran down the field really fast and made a big hit on the returner, forced a fumble. Cameron Cassioli, a freshman, fell on it, and we had the ball on the 13-yard line to start the game. One play, we ran an outside zone play. Luigi Listabrenza, another freshman, took it in the end zone, and everybody did their job up front. The receiver made a nice block, and we're up 6-0. So, and then there was a lot of good things to come after that.
Yeah, we'll talk about these players and about the game itself. It's amazing. Couple of weeks ago, at Kutztown, as we all said, it was, their day, and it was not IUP's day. And last week, although you struggled somewhat, you got to win. You come out, and you guys, the coaches, had them ready.
We had a tremendous week of preparation. There was great focus in the entire organization, and I thought we had really good practices and maintained our focus throughout the week. A lot of energy before the game, and it translated into an excellent performance. That's probably as good a start as we've ever had since I've been here as the head coach. I was really proud of our guys, the way they've responded. We had a tough game in our second game on the road against Kutztown. A lot of things went against us early that changed the momentum of the game. But I think it was a great opportunity for us to learn and grow. And I think that we've used that time wisely. And now we've got to build off of this game too. This game has to make us better. We can't fall into a state where everything's great and okay, because in athletics, you get better, you get worse, you never stay the same.
We'll talk about the offense. How about the O-line? Everybody pretty much did their job, and did they all grade out pretty well for you?
Yeah, well, I think the offensive line has made continued progress, and we had no sacks. We ran the ball very well. We still have a missed assignment or two too many that we don't need to have, but I see good cohesion developing up front, and that's where it all begins. And as long as your offensive line's playing well and protecting the quarterback, good things are going to happen.
Yeah. Chase Haslett had protection, got off to a really good start, had a nice day, and protection is the name of the game, and he certainly had a really good game for you, aided by good running backs.
Yeah. Well, I was really glad to see Chase start off so strong. We hit some passes down the field in some key situations. Drew Carswell made a couple really nice catches. Brock DeSico, Chase's ball placement was excellent. I thought we really did a good job of attacking the defense and keeping them off balance, in the first half. And, that kind of game for Chase will do wonders for him. And, I think he's going to feel a lot better, a lot more confident heading into this week. And, I think the whole team is.
Yeah. You also had the opportunity, because of the score, to get Eddie Stockett in too, and get some reps in a game rather than practice.
Yeah. Well, Eddie played almost the whole second half, and because we were so far ahead, we were up 34-0 at halftime and scored our first drive. It went up 41-0. I was sort of already thinking about the next game and trying to shorten the game and limit the plays and get a lot of the starters off the field and stay healthy. So Eddie didn't have quite as many opportunities maybe as I should have given him to throw the ball and gain some valuable experience. He did throw it twice. So, but he did get his feet wet, which is a positive, and we were able to empty the bench, which is always good.
Yeah. Defensively, held them to 29 yards rushing. Right. We talked about Brandon Brown-Dukes, one of the really good running backs in the conference, right. And also defensive line. You got sacks, and that put pressure on, well, they had to use 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, we had 6 3-and-outs in the first half on defense. I thought our defense did a great job. Mercyhurst is not a bad football team, but they are struggling at quarterback. And if the quarterback is struggling, it can have an effect on a team, especially when you get down so fast like they did. So I don't know that we were really challenged in the secondary via the pass, but they do have the ability to run the ball quite effectively. And we stuffed them up front. Our D-line and linebackers, I thought the whole defense just ran to the ball and played with reckless abandon, which is what we wanted them to do. And we made significant progress.
Well, you used Clark and Catlin in there at the linebacking spots because Berdahl and Lane were on the shelf. Hopefully the 2 seniors, maybe one or both, might be back this week. But, of course, Clark is one of the leading tacklers in the conference. They did a nice job for you.
Oh yeah, Miles Catlin and Kevin Clark's been playing great all year. You know, it's hard to lose 2 all-conference linebackers, which basically Dorian Lane's played about a half of football and Alex Burdall hasn't played in the last 2 games. So we're fortunate to have a guy like Kevin Clark, who I view as a starter, and Miles Catlin stepped in and played very well, you know, at that position. So it's good to have some depth and guys that can step in and do the job. Hopefully we get a couple of the injured guys back this week against Edinboro. So, you know, time will tell and we'll see.
We knew coming into the game that they had a good returner too. And you have a lot of course, there are a lot of young people on the entire team,
right,
but on the special teams, on the coverage teams, a lot of youngsters there.
Yeah, there are. There's a lot of freshmen and new guys playing. And I've tried to get a lot more of our backups involved with the special teams to give them an opportunity to play. And overall, it's been pretty positive up to this point. We did have a few creases on the kickoff cover team this week that we got to get tightened up, and I wasn't really pleased with our blocking on the punt return team. So those are going to be areas of improvement this week going into Edinboro.
3 running backs you had in there, Luigi, along with the guy they call Bubba, Damian Bradley, and of course, you know, the young man Chris Temple got himself a touchdown too. How about Izzy Green? Is he coming along?
Well, Izzy's dealing with a heel contusion, and I doubt we'll have Izzy this week. We'll have to see. Today's Monday. I'm sure he'll go out there and run a little bit. I would say he's day-to-day / doubtful. I've been very pleased with Luigi and the effort that he gives us, and I think Chris Temple's continuing to progress as a ball carrier, and Darian Bradley has done a fine job also. So, you know, Izzy, it'd be nice to have Izzy. He's got experience, but he hasn't really practiced the last 2 weeks. So, you know, time will tell.
Yeah, he's a little bit behind. All right, Edinboro, you got to make the trip to Edinboro for a 2 o'clock game.
Yep.
Now, look, and they're 0-4, but they played Cal, East Stroudsburg, Shippensburg, and they started with Carson Newman, a perennial Division II power. Tell us, and we know about Cody Harris.
Oh, absolutely. He's completing 72% of his passes, and he's only thrown 1 interception. So, I mean, let's take a step back and talk about last year when Edinboro came in here and upset us. And I think everyone remembers that and needs to be reminded of it, and players will be reminded today. This Edinboro team has played a very difficult schedule to start with. They are 0-4. They capable of scoring a lot of points on offense. Cody Harris is a 6th-year quarterback that was granted an extra year because of injury. He's very heady. He's a great competitor. He's mobile. He can throw the ball. And, I mean, when you're completing 72% of your passes, you're doing a lot of things right. I mean, the offensive coordinator has worked for the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Arizona Cardinals, was in Canada last year. They do a good job of getting receivers open. Darren Massey, number 4, is probably the highlighted receiver in their offense. Has caught about 35 or 40 passes. A lot of different formations, a lot of tight little bunches and stacks where they try to get guys open against man coverage. And they've got some young receivers that can get vertical too. And the running back is fast. The offensive line is pretty much the same line we played against last year. On the flip side, defensively, they've been giving up a lot of points. I mean, they're giving up 41 points a game. They've played some high-octane offenses too. Up front, I think, you know, I'm impressed with what they have up front. The linebackers are big guys. You know, they're struggling in the secondary a little bit. They've got a lot of young guys playing. They've given up some yards throwing the football. So, but look, Edinboro is hungry for a win. They're a good football team, despite their record. They've played some tough competition. It's homecoming. And they've gotten off their worst start since 1955. So they're going to be very, very hungry in front of their homecoming crowd. You know, up at Edinboro, it's always a tough trip. Weather can be a factor. And we've got to prove we can go on the road and play well.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the many challenges that this team faces this week. We've got to have a tremendous week of preparation, starting with today. We've got to have a great day today. We've got to build on what we've done, but that is in the past. We can only affect what we do today. And we'll worry about tomorrow.
How about you had the opportunity to use a lot of players because of the score and the big score on Mercyhurst. How'd you come out with it player-wise, health-wise?
We came out good. Trey Campman has a little dislocation on his finger, but that shouldn't be a problem. Andrew DeGaulle on a kickoff pulled a hamstring. I'm hoping we'll have him this week. Nothing else significant. I think hopefully we'll get a guy or two back. I mean, we're going to be in pretty good shape, I think, going into this game. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about the week. I'm really proud of what our guys have done over the past 2 weeks. I think we're really starting to come together, the cohesion between the returners, the new freshmen, and the transfers. Really feel this group, you know, starting to bond. I think we have great potential, but you know, it's still improving our execution and our focus a little bit, which we've done the last 2 weeks, and now we got to build on it.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that, as we talked about playing at Sox Harrison Stadium at Edinboro, and I've noticed, and you brought up some of it, not always just the rain, or later in the year, the snow, the wind.
Yeah.
So the kicking game here is going to be very important.
Well, kicking game is 1/3 of the game, and it's very crucial. And of course, when it's windy, it can affect the passing game. But you know, both teams play in the conditions.
Right.
We'll be prepared for the conditions. I mean, you know, we'll have the right mindset going up there and have our team ready to go. So I'm really looking forward to playing the game.
Curt, going back, just to wrap it up here, last Saturday, not only the victory, but everything that surrounded it, the Hall of Fame luncheon, a lot of former players came back, the students. It was just a good atmosphere, and boy, wasn't it nice to play at home again.
Oh, it was. We couldn't wait to get home, put the red jerseys, the dark jerseys back on, and we had a pretty nice crowd. It was a beautiful day, and the way we jumped up, I think everybody really just enjoyed themselves. And, you know, maybe I should play a little more wide open in the second half when we get up like that, and keep a few people in the stands and give some other guys some opportunities. But out of respect for the opponent, you know, I just tried to shorten the game as much as I can, and hopefully we're in that situation where we can shorten the game again sometime down the road.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we see if the Hawks can get one on the road at Edinboro. That would be, as you talked about, another step.
That's right. You've got to keep getting better.
Yeah. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Jack.
Okay, that's Coach Curt Cignetti, and it is a 2 o'clock kickoff on Saturday against Edinboro. So we hope you all tune in, be watching IUP football as the team tries to continue their winning streak. This is Jack Benedict, and we bid you a very pleasant good evening.